Hi there, this is Jacob with Columbia Sportswear, and this is gear that doesn't suck, approved by people who go outside. The Konos Trillium ATR may be your next full-speed, high-traction trail running shoe. Let's get into it. Starting from the bottom, we have the Omni-MAX cushion and traction system, featuring 5mm tall lugs, which are going to be incredible in sand, dirt, mud, you name it, loose media, it's gonna do great. But then take a look at this really interesting zone in the forefoot. See, you have your metatarsal heads, which sit right here in this orange zone, and in the wrong pair of shoes, they can really take a beating. But what Columbia does is they've added this zone right underneath your met heads, which will help with impact absorption as these ridges here flex and attenuate shock. It's also not a coincidence that you flex your foot in a similar direction as this zone, meaning the shoe is stable where you need it, but flexible where you want it. And when you decide to hit the road, you have a lateral biased heel pad right here for durability. I think we've all worn those trail running shoes with like one single lug right here, and we all know what happens the second we leave the gravel. That lug gets burned out before your second run. Now, I'm sure you've already noticed, but take a look at how much cushion we have here. This is 35mm of TechLite Plus foam. This really lets the shoe do all the work while you coast over the top of gravel, roots, rocks, you name it. I love how it balances being soft with being stable. See how they've widened the forefoot here? Much wider than your normal footprint. This really helps add a lot of stability that you wouldn't get otherwise with such a soft, compliant foam. Now, from my experience, I can tell you it doesn't matter how good the outsole or midsole is if your upper is just getting torn apart on the trail. And that's why the Trillium ATR features these no-sew overlays just surrounding the shoe. This helps add a bunch of protection while still letting the breathable material underneath do its job. Think of it like flexible armor for your upper. Now, speaking of, people overuse the term breathable, so let's find out if the Columbia Sportswear Konos Trillium ATR is actually breathable. I'm going to simulate an entire day's worth of heat and moisture in about 1 second, and we're gonna see how it does. And for the record, I am not going to pressurize it. I'm not going to seal it up on the heel side to force air through the forefoot. We're just gonna shoot it in, and we're just gonna see if it wants to make its way naturally out of the top of the shoe. Okay, let's find out. Yep, look at that. It went straight through the forefoot. Oh, that was cool. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but like you can see it pop through each cell of this upper here. Let me get on the high speed. Okay, let's really go for it and just see how long it'll do it. Look at that. It doesn't matter how much moisture there is, it just keeps being breathable. Looks like the Konos Trillium absolutely is a breathable shoe. Up a little higher and you see Columbia Sportswear's Navic Fit System. This lets you really lock the shoe in place when you need all the performance you can get. Pull on the laces and it's not just the final eyelet creating a tourniquet. It evenly distributes the tension throughout the shoe. The interior of the Trillium is really interesting where in the ankle and heel area you have this really soft foam which helps with comfort and lockdown. And you've got the same material in the tongue here as well, which is really nice because I can really lock down these laces and I just never get a pressure point. For some technical specs, the Konos Trillium has a 35mm heel stack with an 8mm heel to toe drop and weighs in at 11.9 ounces in a men's size 9. But don't forget, it's also available in women's sizes and colorways. So this is the Columbia Sportswear Konos Trillium ATR. Flexible, durable, breathable. If you want to check it out, you can go to Columbia.com.